So, hi Mary, hi Kristina. Um, so to begin with, thank you for being here. And what's the process of you coming up for or with your ideas for prom and then getting them carried out? Like, how does it work in ASB? Do you have to have all of these ideas approved?
Uh,
Okay.
Kristina, you can go.
Okay, I'll start it off. So prom is solely for class cabinet, even though Mary and I are in ASB. We've been working in our cabinet for the past like few weeks about the idea of prom. We haven't really finalized anything. So first, the first thing we started off with is the pros and cons of prom. So far, disappointingly, the cons outweigh the pros, but we still are moving on and meeting up with different companies for prom and asking what other schools in the district are doing.
How has this changed how has this change of environment affected your planning with other members and the creativity to plan out the event?
um, well, for like member wise, like it's just like planning it. It's more difficult just to get in touch with the members because like we like at class cabinet we have our open meetings which we hold for the whole junior class, and then we have closed meeting which is solely for our cabinet officers. But then sometimes it's difficult just because not all of our officers can make it most sometimes, so that's just like we're not able to get like able to like connect to all of our officers. But yeah, wait, what's the other question?
No, it's just that one question. Or how has it just affected your creativity to plan out the event?
uh well, we're just like I don't, it's like I don't think it really affected us. Like we would like try our best, like either way, in person or not. But yeah, so we're just like trying our best right now with what we're given and the circumstances.
That's understandable. What have you guys done so far for preparing prom? I know it's early right now, but just like your guys' idea and layout of it.
Okay, so we have two ideas for prom. It's either doing a prom court that's based on doing it in Google Classroom and just students could vote just through like Google Forms, and the actual event would just be like a pre-recorded video. And another idea is having a virtual prom, which was like the seniors did last year. So we're really looking into a company called Level Up about prom. They offer a lot of games and stuff like that, but our biggest issue right now is our budget because obviously the pandemic, we haven't been fundraising a lot. So the process of just doing everything right now is really slow, but we just met with several event coordinators the past few weeks.
Oh, that's good to hear, and I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, fundraising's been tough. It's just I think all around for everyone, and so good luck. What are some obstacles that you have had to overcome in planning prom compared to this and last year?
Some obstacles were just like what I said earlier, just like being able to like really like get everyone together like as much as we can, as much as possible. But the thing is, like since it's online, everyone has like the different like circumstances. So we like so just like communication, that's like very difficult. And also just mm, also like usually with prom, if we were to have an in person, we would have like event planners like come to us, and like I just personally I just feel like in-person interactions are like more a lot easier than like online interactions. So like usually if we like were to plan prom in person, we would have like a different representatives from different like event companies come to us, and from there like we can like really have like in like an in-depth like conversation and be able to ask like the questions we want. But like since it's like online, it's sometimes off-putting, like, and like people aren't as comfortable asking questions. So yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that they had to come to you or in that manner. So that's interesting to hear. What makes sorry, what has been stressful so far to try and find any alternatives with planning prom?
I think the most stressful thing is just the thought whether seniors want a prom or not. I think I mentioned earlier the other schools in this just district, we found out that none of them are really doing any events. So we're still on the borderline of whether we are going to plan a whole virtual prom with a company or just doing it on our own and just doing like a pre-recorded video.
That's so the other schools aren't doing proms.
They're doing no like virtual events.
Oh, so you guys have been working hard for like the rallies and the other things. So good job. It's difficult, especially during these times. Um, most importantly, how are you guys doing to ensure everyone follows these COVID restrictions when, planning out these events?
Like for our COVID like restrictions, like the best we were trying to do is just like have everything online based so that there's like no like face like human inter no human like contact. And so like yeah, like we've like in like earlier in the year, we've had like I reached out to a few companies like regarding prom and what they're offering. And so a lot of them like their companies like that offer drive-in events. And like we did think about that as a possibility, but over time obviously COVID got worse. So we knew like we had to scratch that off the list and it was an impossibility. So yeah, like so uh we're just like really like trying to make everything online based and trying to make it like contactless as possible.
Is there anything that you guys miss from your previous years of planning prom that you wish you could experience this year?
Oh, Kristina, you can go.
Okay, so personally, the thing I miss the most is looking at different venues and places because our cabinet and we usually go and like after school, we would drive to different venues like around Southern California and see which one would work out for us. And I just really miss that feeling of choosing like a venue that would be fit for Gahr.
How about you, Mary?
I was gonna say the same thing too. Like, not only is like we're like looking for venues, it's also like a nice bonding experience because like all of us we were in a car together and we would go drive to a different venue and like we just look around and it'd be really fun. And then afterwards, like we had would eat out actually. And so like yeah, just a really great like cabinet bonding experience for us. And it's also important because we're like choosing prom venues.
Well, thank you for participating in my interview because that concludes it. I'm hoping I can interview you guys after prom or around that time so we can reflect on these questions and then you guys can give me your input. So thank you so much for participating once again.